Holmes has managed to escape from the police. He manipulated me from start to finish, and to think that I played an indirect part in his crimes.
Voidaan vielä pelata sit pari steppiä tai yksi steppi tai jotakin.
Joo.
Mitähän tässä nyt seuraava steppi on?
Today's newspaper. Mrs. Hudson must have left it early this morning. Baines's murder has made the front page. The news has spread quickly. The poor man shot at point-blank range. He had faith in Holmes right to the end, and it cost him his life. Holmes's pipe. Broken. I didn't notice it the last time.
What's here?
We think that we know the people around us, those who are close to us, who are part of our everyday lives, parents, colleagues, companions, friends. Then something unexpected happens, and it tears away the blinkers which we have chosen to wear. And it's at that precise moment that we finally see the true nature of those who always mattered the most to us. But in Holmes's case, what could have pushed the man, whom I have always considered as honest and loyal, to sink to such barbaric crimes and cold-blooded murder? I don't have the answer, but one thing is certain. Up until today, I had a friend. A noise, but it's coming from the flat, I'm sure.
Ottaa pyssy. Ei oteta pyssy.
Holmes! I know you are in there! Holmes! Open this door immediately!
I think that I would rather not.
Tell me the truth, Holmes. I need to know. You have no right to keep the truth from me. Tell me!
I am sorry, Watson.
Open this door, or I will break it down.
Do as you like. The door is not locked.
Juomaan mitä Hermione oli juonut ja sitten tuli kissa. Ei oo.
It's the police! Open up!
Olisitko ampunut Sherlock?
Hän teki sen ihan itse.
Why did it have to come to this, Holmes? All those years of friendship and respect, of trust. Everything that we went through together. And you deceived me all along. Damn you. I wish that I had seen through all of your lies. But now, it is over. It is all over. After so many days of relentless investigations and sleepless nights, I returned to the Thames area, to the very place where the bishop's nephew had died. I only had one trail left to explore, one last desperate attempt to understand recent events. I descended into the putrid, dark, suffocating depths of the town, the sewers. The fresh breeze from the Thames gave way to the stale, dank air of the dark tunnels. A shadow moving through an underground labyrinth, tormented, wandering through this humid, oppressive purgatory. What I might find mattered little. The most important thing was to keep moving.
resoluutio vaihtuu. Eikö, no katsotaan, kun jää tänne alas.
Niin mäkin.
I can see something. This butt is still dry, despite the surrounding damp. It was
Pylly
thrown
on
here not so
lämmin
long
vielä, eikö
ago.
kuiva.
Let's be careful.
Mä luulen, että niinku reitti on.
Tässäkin peissä jouduttiin tunneleen.
The bars are completely rusty. Oops, this bar has come away in my hands.
Onko sillä anniskelu oikeutta? Mä olet sille kammetaan tosta auki toi.
Aivan luulun kanssa. Tossa oli.
This must be a service trapdoor used to release the water in the event of the sewers overflowing.
Onko se nyt lähinnä
An iron ring.
se yhdistetään tohon jotenkin?
That's of no use.
Onko sulla jotain muuta? Ei. Tää varmaan hakee jotain.
Something else.
Niinku nartsaa.
Wire.
Käyskö nyt sit se?
An iron.
Siihen tulee käsi.
This must be a service.
Yes, we know.
That's of no.
Et ei tullut. Mä niin ajattelin, että se nartsa olisi tullut täällä. No. Selvinnee.
This will be useful.
Really?
No, se on sit varmaan se. On vähän semmonen peli, että tässä ei ole kauheasti semmosia niin sanottuja ylimääräisiä vihjeitä.
Ei.
This
Millä,
must be a
millä se on
service
niinku taivuttaa,
trapdoor
kun
used to
tuosta
release
tosta
the
kiinni,
water
niin
in
saa
the
jos
event of the
sikaiset
sewers
voimat ottaa
overflowing.
käännettyä se. Sitten se on vielä paskasta liukas, niin
That's of no. That's of no.
aha.
An
Nää vielä varmaan, pitäisikö nää yhdistää toisiinsa? Long iron bar. Otapa vielä kerran lyökkäleet paskaa. Ja...
This must be a service trap. The trapdoor is horizontal and solidly fixed.
Tosi solidly.
Now what?
This must be a-
päälle.
Ei.
A boat! I'm on the right track. I must cross the canal to see who landed here.
Onko sulla nyt sitä? Sulle on, ei sulle
Ei oo mitään, kun kaikki man.
Cross the channel.
Täällä ei enää mitään. Vai vihreä?
Mitä? Watson ei hypi. Ei, kyllä se menisi sieltä, jos sen pitäisi mennä.
Joo. Tää nyt ei voi kovin paljon olla paikka, missä harhaillaan. Niin. Ignorant butt.
Tää on kyllä vähän matkaa jatkaa.
Tänne päin pääsee.
Tuu tännekin päin.
A
Sorry,
piece
go.
of rope that floats. If it's long enough, then it might be useful. A body! Oh, it was weighed down by the anchor. If I can retrieve the anchor, I can use it as a grappling hook.
Ota kiinni siitä ankkurista, kiitos.
There!
En muista, joku muu oli vielä. Ei ollutkaan. Kivasti tämä juttu täällä taas.
Kyllä.
First try.
Aha.
Now, let's pull the boat back here. The boat is tied up on the other bank. It's impossible to pull it back to me.
No.
An old scarf with blood on it.
Ja sit semmonen
This bit of iron
avainkortti
seems new
hotellihuoneeseen.
and looks like a piece from ordinary machinery.
Näytti jotain räikäkortit kyllä.
Footprints. Someone has been here recently. Footprints.
Selkeästi menee tonne.
Incredible! This grate is new and has a mechanical locking system.
Niin toi pitää saada tonne. Se ei tietenkään mene tästä, koska nyt se pistää tonne.
Niin se menee tonne.
I need...
Näitä mitään ei voi liikuttaa. Se pitää tippumaan tosta välistä. Jos pistää tosta, se menee alas.
Siis sun pitäisi tavallaan saada se tonne.
Kyllä, kyllä. Sinne, sinne.
Saat sen tänne.
Ei.
Hetkonen, mitä sä tosta otat alas? Ja sit tohon. Ja sit ylös.
Sitten tonne ja sitten
Ja
se
sit,
menee
joo,
tonne ja...
alas.
Aha, toinen. Puks, 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 puks.
Loista. Päry, mut miten sä saat sen tänne?
Jotain
Eiku
toinen.
niin se on tohon. Sun pitää saada se tohon kohtaan.
Puks, puks, puks,
Mut
puks,
sit se menee yli.
puks, 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 puks.
Kun mun mielestä niinku tää reitti tavallaan ois. Saat sä sen tänne jotenkin?
Ei.
Jos sä saisit sen
Saamme tos.
tänne kulmaan.
Kyllä se on äskettäinkin tänne.
Eikö jos sä saat sen tohon kulmaan? No,
Tästä se tulee. No tosta ei pääse mitään yhteen suuntaan, että se on se sama. Jos ei päästä ottanut takaisin, on pakko mennä alaspäin. Se voi kyllä näin mennä, että se menee tästä suoraan.
Käydä.
Nyt se menee takaisin, lähtee toiselle kierrokselle.
Oh. Pitäisi saada tonne.
Tosta me lähettiin.
Ne lähettiin.
Tää on ainut mihin se voi mennä tästä ja tästä sen jälkeen se on ainut mihin se voi mennä alas. Tästä taas ainut mihin se voi mennä oikealle. Taas ainut mihin se voi mennä ylös.
Sitten tekeekö se semmosen lenkuran tosta?
Sitten ollaan alussa. Pitää tonne. Sitten
Joo, tonne. Sitten ylös. Sitten tonne nurkkaan.
Open? Come on, John. Courage!
John Courage.
And here's another. See how you like that? Oh, and how does this feel? I don't think he like that much. That'll teach him. Let's see if I can break.
Se oli Watson, joka sieltä tuli. Mä ajattelin, oli Watsoni kimpussa.
Holmes.
Holmes.
I am so very
Näytin ne
glad to see
pussa.
you, Watson.
Nyt sit onkin ihan hali.
Whee! Yes, he's alive! The bad guys had better watch out now. Grandpa's alive, and he is a good man. I knew that he was. Uh-oh, they're going to be sorry now. My grandpa ruled. Yes, and my grandpa saved him. Read it.
You are alive. I don't know what to feel. Relief or regret.
Watson, my friend.
You are not in a good state, Holmes.
Neither are you.
I suppose not. Can you walk?
Not without your help.
Why did you fake your own death? And who were those men?
I have to carry on with the investigation. Alone. John, I'm innocent. I'm not an accomplice of those men. Look at me. Do I look as though I could be their boss? Am I in a position to give such orders?
What a relief. Oh, my God, what a relief. But how...
Curare, hemlock, a few Indian plants, and sheep's blood to create the impression of death. A pathologist who owed me a favor for the death certificate.
Holmes, I was talking about this affair of...
I will explain everything, my friend, but we must leave here.
Yes, let's go back to Baker Street. I'll help you. Lean on me.
Home at
You
last.
can lean on
I
me.
have missed this old room very much, Watson.
I put everything back in place after Baines went through it, but I didn't stay here. I couldn't face it.
Sit down, my friend. It is time for you to know the full details of this case. First of all, I must apologize for the distress that this has caused you, and for my behavior, which was, I know, quite abominable. I can only hope that by the end of this explanation you will understand that I behaved in such a way only to protect you, and that it caused me great pain to see your trust and confidence in me ebbing away.
From whom or what did you wish to protect me?
From Professor Moriarty.
Moriarty?
We should not have taken pity on him in that Swiss asylum. Do you remember, during the case of the Awakened, our indulgence has cost us dear today?
He's responsible for the bishop's murder?
Yes, but that was only a small detail in his plan. A detail which he had to eliminate, as it compromised the whole of his diabolical project. The bishop had in his possession a document which he suspected as being one component of a larger puzzle. The ramifications were unknown to him, but he considered the matter as sufficiently important that he should consult me. The day before our macabre discovery, his nephew, who was in his confidence, brought to him an important element which helped him understand Moriarty's grand plan. It was at that moment that two men began to comprehend the seriousness of the situation. The bishop then decided to contact me.
Against his nephew's wishes? Was that what they argued about?
Yes, but Moriarty found out that the bishop knew of his projects, and he arranged for his murder. The murderers were also supposed to bring back the document that the nephew, young Hampford, found, but they were unable to open the safe.
Ja kaksi jälkimmäistä.
What was the document?
Evidence
Se yksi
of
murhaajan
Prince
tyyppihän
Woodville's
oli se koiria
implication in the
syömänä.
project.
No kaksi oli varmasti
The nephew must have
jälkimmäistä.
retrieved it from the royal archives, where he worked. A link to the crown.
Yes, Moriarty wanted to overthrow Queen Victoria and place the prince on the throne of England.
But that's impossible. He would have needed to create an incredible coup d'etat.
Patience,
Okay.
Watson. First of all, Moriarty placed his
Mikä keitto?
pawns so they might begin to develop and encourage a tense atmosphere, ready to discredit the Queen and thereby raise Woodville's popularity.
And provoke a famine, so that the prince's soup kitchens could begin distributing food and he would appear as a hero.
Exactly. Moriarty quickly learned that I was making inquiries as to his plan, and, without wishing to sound vain, he knew that I was the only person capable of upsetting his schemes. He therefore set up a plan that I be discredited and thought of as a criminal.
And you played along with him.
Precisely. Allowing him to believe that he had succeeded was the best way of ensuring that his attention was no longer fixed on me.
Why didn't you say anything to Scotland Yard?
Did you not think it strange that Inspector Lestrade was away for weeks?
What? You mean to say that Baines?
Was working for Moriarty.
I understand. The bishop's murderers were in the hands of this traitor, and you were therefore at a dead end after our investigations at the opium den.
Yes, and Baines' authority allowed him access to the police archives. He changed and forged all the charges in the documents that you saw at Judge Beckett's house. It was also he who substituted the Samoan necklace for a vulgar copy.
So that was why the judge went to Farley's, to obtain Baines's false information.
Precisely, but they each found themselves as instruments in Moriarty's strange orchestra. Judge Beckett received entire books full of charges against me, and a journalist such as Farley will not hold back when he gets the chance to make the front page of all the newspapers in England. With regard to Farley, it was a mere case of professional misconduct.
And to think that I held you responsible for the explosion at the judge's house. What a relief! But why did Moriarty have him killed?
He was on the point of discovering that all the documents supplied by Farley, and therefore by Baines, were false. Exactly the opposite to what our enemy was anticipating.
And where did the poison fit in all this?
Miten se kakkujuttu?
Unfortunately,
Kuitenkin
I do not possess
se-
all the
se
information on this
Holmesin
subject.
pommi, mikä-
The first time that we saw the
se oli
effects of this
kakkulaatikko,
substance
keksilaatikko
on the
mukana
body of the
silloin
bishop,
siellä.
the poison was evidently only at an experimental stage. It was much too potent to do anything with.
Effectively. But in the second case, Kurtz, I didn't notice a great advance.
However, there was one. The poison was no longer fatal.
Yes, but the madness was still there. I should remind you that he attempted to devour his own dogs.
Correct, Watson. But it was not the second case, as you supposed. Remember the number of other incidences of madness, either collective or individual, relayed in the press in the days prior to it?
You mean to say?
That Moriarty tested this dangerous mixture on a large number of guinea pigs. Apparently with little success, as all those people are now dead. I say apparently, because I do not have the least idea as to the result Moriarty was hoping for.
And that's where Hans comes in, isn't it?
Moriarty needed him to devise the substance's final formula.
And so you helped Hans to escape, so he might lead you to it.
Yes, but things did not go as I had planned. The Professor's men got their hands on him just after his escape.
And you lost his trail.
Yes, but I doubted that Moriarty would take Hans to his lair. To find him, I had only one trail, the bomb placed at the judge's house.
The trail of the 3 Russian brothers.
I found out about the mill by having the anarchists' trail followed by the children in my own secret police. Once again, their help was a determining factor. As regards knowing where to locate Moriarty's lair, I hoped to find the information in the attic of the water mill. I got to it only just in time, before Baines turned up.
And you were stuck then, weren't you? Allowing him to arrest you would have meant certain death.
Regrettably. But Moriarty's plan worked in any case, as after killing Baines, I became England's most wanted man for the murder of a Scotland Yard inspector.
And so you had to make sure that people forgot about you. Therefore, you orchestrated your own death so that you might continue your investigation discreetly. Oh, that was a terrible time for me, Holmes.
I am sorry, my dear fellow.
Well, the important thing is that you are well and truly alive.
Yes, but it is not over yet. Moriarty will take action one day or another.
You were saying that you had found Moriarty's hideout. Where is it?
In an abandoned fun fair on the outskirts of London. It is quite certain that they are all there. Shielman, the Prince, and of course, Moriarty.
If Moriarty puts the Prince on the throne, he'll have his hands on the reins of the kingdom. Her colonies, her diplomatic network, her riches, everything.
Yes, including the army, the war fleet, everything he needs to help him conquer Europe. And eventually, I suspect, the world.
Holmes, we have to be quick. His plan hasn't been put into action yet. Perhaps it's not too late.
Let us go immediately, Watson.
Ei mennä välittömästi, vaan mennään muutaman päivän päästä. On tämä sijasti, kunnes peli jatkuu.
Do you really believe that Moriarty is in there behind that fence?
Something in the wind seems to suggest it, Watson.
I have a peculiar acid taste in my mouth, if that is what you mean, Holmes.
Well, yes. The air is tainted still with toxic fumes from the factory chimneys.
I believe that I read about this place. The fun fair was abandoned after the factory was built so close by. It was said that even the ice cream tasted bitter. Aren't you curious about the warehouse down there? There seems to be some strange activity taking place inside.
Strange and in keeping with Moriarty's activities. Let us go and see what they're up to.
Tästä jatketaan sitten ensi kerralla. Lähdetään nyt taas varmuuden vuoksi oma save. Katsotaan se tallentus kanssa. Se tallentaa automaattisestikin, mutta
No se tallentaa siinä autoseivin kohdalla.
Kyllä, mutta että sen verran pukaili siinä, että ei ole tehnyt enää mieli kokeilla uudestaan.
Kyllä.
Pois. Hei hei.